Welcome back to another wonderful Wednesday evening here on Exigent Sports. Star-studded, as we always say, guys. We have a long list of great guests here today. Just super excited to have everyone that's able to come out. Cock County in the house, Oak Ridge High School in the house, Clinton High School in the house. Absolutely thrilled about this show today. Word of the day, my favorite part of the show. Everybody loves the word of the day because it's my favorite part of the show. You know that, right, Dawson?
Yes, sir.
We're going to learn something today. We're going to teach them something today. But, guys, right here, right now, right here on set, who I have with me, star-studded super athlete, Bolo Player of the Week, Dawson Williford. How you doing, Dawson?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, man. You are a phenomenal athlete.
I appreciate that.
You play sports like golf,
Yes, sir.
basketball, football.
Yeah.
I heard you was the captain of the tennis team, the track team, the wrestling team.
Chill a little bit.
What's your favorite sport, Dawson?
I had to go with football.
Football?
Yeah.
How long you been playing football?
Since I was 4 years old.
Yeah. Who's your favorite coach?
Coach DJ.
All time?
You up there.
That's what's up. Hey, I did something right in my little coaching career. That's what's up. Well, Dawson, the reason why I want to bring you on today, because you are our Bolo Player of the Week. Bolo means be on the lookout. If anybody needs to watch an athlete and be on the lookout on somebody, it's Dawson Williford. You've always been, a heck of a player, right? I don't care what sport you have, and it's your swag, man. Where did you get your swag from?
I don't know, man. It's just, I guess I just kind of had it, since I was little. It's just because I used to watch NFL highlights.
Yeah.
I just watched those guys.
Yeah.
I just tried to do that. So.
So I tell everybody in football is 80%, mental, right, and 20% of your capabilities. Your confidence is above 80%, and your skill is above 20%, hands down. And the confidence that you bring to the game and bring to your teammates makes you a natural leader.
I appreciate that.
Absolutely. I appreciate you. I mean, there's not a sport that I've been coaching that I didn't want D. Wheeler to be a part of the show. I mean, the game, right? Where did you get your leadership qualities from?
I guess just watching, the people ahead of me, my brother, watching him play sports as I grew up. I mean, that was a big, thing to look out for. And then, also just, looking at my coaches and just kind of trying to portray what they're portraying.
Yeah.
And myself. So.
Yeah, absolutely. So I see you rocking the Concord.
I am.
Concord Lions.
I am.
How's it going out there, man?
I'm loving it. It's going good. So
yeah.
It's been a rocky road.
Yeah.
Sometimes, but I think it's starting to mellow out, and hopefully we're on the uphill climb. So
good. Well, you have Matthews out there now.
Yes, sir.
I've had Matthews here on the show with me. He actually did a phone interview, and we had a great interview. We didn't talk much about Concord because what we do here is try to just inspire the youth to get through high school, right? And he gave us insight of what it takes from the high school level to move on to college. What kind of knowledge, what kind of inspiration is he giving you guys, to prepare you to go on and play collegiate ball?
I mean, it's like you hear all the time. It's not necessarily what you do when someone's sitting there watching you do it. It's what you do when nobody's watching, or even in the weight room on those days you don't, feel that great. You still gotta give it all you got, and you should every time you walk out of the weight room you should be drenched in sweat. That's what he says to me, because he coached Amari Rogers at Catholic. Yeah. And he said every single time Amari would go into the weight room, he would not come out looking like the same guy. He would be about to die. Yeah. I mean, I guess that's kind of what it takes every single day. That's the mentality,
right. Well, that's good, man. That's good. I follow up, and I check on you periodically. Mm-hmm. I reach out to teachers, coaches. I talked to Dustin today, and he told me that, you was going to D1 doing some extra training. So, and that's some of the things that Coach Matthews obviously was talking about. It's not what you do while you're there. It's what you're doing all. So what are you doing at D1 to help yourself, get ready?
So I'm there Tuesdays and Thursday mornings at 6 a.m. I work out with Devin Driscoll. He's the owner there.
The big man.
Yeah. I'm there with him, Eli Owens, Chaz Smith, and Shavar Young. Nice. So, that's 3-4 stars right there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Surround yourself with greatness.
Yeah.
So I'm there 2 times a week in the mornings. We lift, and then I'm off to school. So
Yeah. Tell Devin I said hello,
I will.
and I need him on the show.
I got you.
You got me?
Yeah.
Tell him hello, and I need him on the show. So, what is something that someone may not know about you?
Ooh. I like to cook.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What's your favorite meal you like to put together?
I can whip up a mean chicken quesadilla.
Shut up.
Swear.
I'm going to hold you to that.
Yes.
I'm going to hold you to that. I'm going to call your mother, Angie,
I got you.
and she's going to tell me when you're cooking. I know where you live. I'm going to
Come
pull
by.
up. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. I'm going to pull up.
I got you.
And I want my own mean quesadilla, the D. Willie special.
Yeah.
The D. Willie special. So, what's the funnest thing about going to Concord?
I guess I've always been in a close-knit school. Like, even at Oliver Springs, it was a close-knit community. It's not a lot of kids there.
Right.
Same thing at Concord. Everybody knows everybody. That's a blessing and a curse, I guess.
Yeah.
But I guess it's just like watching it grow. Like, that's just it's good to see.
Yeah.
Because like when I got there, I mean, it was obviously it had already been growing, but like from when I got there the first day to now, it's like night and day. Like,
Oh, wow. Good.
yeah,
That's good to hear.
A lot of growth. So
That's good to hear.
yeah.
So, are you still going to continue to play basketball?
That's still in question. So we'll kind of see how football season goes and
Yeah.
how the recruiting process goes. And I'll just kind of.
Are you going to swing the club any this year?
I probably won't be playing any golf. It kind of interferes. It's right in the same time as football season, and that's just kind of a hard weight to bear.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So you do have plans to play collegiate ball?
Yes, sir.
If you can go anywhere you want it, right, and they have your career path, where would it be?
I mean, obviously the mainstream answer is somewhere big SEC ball. You'll play at like Tennessee or Alabama or Georgia, but obviously that's kind of a far reach. So I kind of want to go to, right now my main look is MTSU. I really like, I mean, they've invested a lot of money in the football program recently, and I really like what they're doing over there. So that's kind of where I'm
I'll
looking.
tell you what, I tell everybody, reach for the moon.
Yeah.
Because even if you fall short, you'll still be amongst the stars. All right? And if you have any plans to play professional ball, when I was doing Graham's Gridiron Guidance, I was sitting right here in this chair. Kwayu Graham was sitting right here, and we was talking to the player development coach of the Seattle Seahawks right here on the phone.
Yeah.
Right? And he said under one roof they have lawyers, doctors, they have field maintenance people, cooks. I mean, you name the occupation, they have it under one roof. So if you do have ambitions to play professional ball, don't give it up as just being a player. That's what I mean by reach for the moon, right? Because even if you fall short, you still can be amongst the stars. All right? Dawson, I appreciate D. Willie. Be on the lookout player of the week. Dawson Williford, an amazing athlete, great student. So put it together. We have a great student athlete right here, right on set with us. And I'm honored that you took the time to come out.
I think it's a pleasure.
Yeah, I appreciate that. All right, but we have more show to go. And we have a special co-host today, Kenneth Herron, who played with Coach Carringer back in the day. He actually took me to his office so I can get a chance to play on the basketball team. And he's on the bench with Oak Ridge High School soccer boys. Let's take it over to the bench. How's it going, Kenny?
Doing great. How about you today?
All right, all right. You got some guys with you right there, man.
Yeah, they look good. I think they're excited to be here and ready to tell a little bit of their story.
Absolutely. Well, I'll let you take over.
Thank you so much. Why don't we have everyone give their name, what year you are in school, and what position you are.
All right, I'm Emmett Lee. I play striker right now, which is up top, and then I am a senior.
I'm Aiden. I'm a junior, and I play in the midfield.
I'm Eli. I'm also a senior, and I play attacking mid.
I'm Daniel Jackson. I'm a sophomore, and I play center back. That's defense.
Now, you had to say that's defense. Do you all have some issues at times with people understanding when you say your positions or what you do? Like, do you have to explain it often, or what?
Hey, man, all the time, because in soccer we call it, like, the 6 and the 10, and there's all this other stuff. And then, I don't know, when I say I play attacking mid or something, it's just all confusing. So I always got to say the simple things.
Keep KISS?
Yeah.
Keep it simple, stupid? Yeah. Talk to us about where you all are right now. We know sports go year-round. We've got preseason, we've got postseason, we've got in-season. Where are you guys right now in your development and in your in your calendar year? Where are you right now?
Right now we play Farragut in like a week or two, so we're like right next to postseason. So we're almost finished with everything, but we're like right there. It's almost over.
And how's the season going for you all so far? Tell us how you all are doing right now, and really tell us the thing that you all think you can do. I'd love to hear from everybody on this. What's the one thing that you all think you can do as you approach the postseason to give you your best chance to be successful? The one thing you think you can do as you enter the postseason to give you opportunity to be successful?
I would say probably just keep the energy up throughout the entire season through district play and region play. Never let it go, and just keep working as hard as we can throughout the entire games.
I feel like the best thing we can do is just stay consistent in how we play and like with each other kind of, because there's been games where we like fall short a little bit and we know we can do better, but there's also been games that we surprise ourselves with what we're capable of.
And yeah, to add on to that, I think it's all starting to come together a little bit more now, getting a little bit more fluent, starting to work together a lot better, find players in new positions, figure that stuff out. Yeah.
So soccer being such a team game and everybody trying to be on the string, both offensively and defensively, can you all talk a little bit right now? You talked a little about teamwork. Can you talk about the greatest strength that you all see in one another? What's the greatest strength that you all see in one another? So you've got three teammates right here. Why don't you pick one and say, this is what he does the best, and we know that every night we can depend on him to do this one thing.
This dude down here, you can always count on him to put someone down. He'll always tackle whoever he wants, every time.
Okay.
This dude right here, he'll always get the ball back. I love it. He always has great passion. And this dude right here only scores bangers every game. I love it.
All right, now somebody's got to go on you now.
All right, so this is Aiden's biggest strength is getting in the other team's head. They love fouling him.
I can see
They
that.
love fouling him.
Okay, nice. Now, when you all look at kind of the next level at playing collegiately, I know soccer has grown in America, men's soccer and women's soccer too. What do the opportunities look like for players at the next level, both here in the state of Tennessee and then in the Southeast region?
I definitely think men's soccer is at a little bit of a disadvantage compared to other sports, and even women's soccer, because compared to like football, there's not as many D1 programs, and even D2 programs are hard to get into with the way that they bring in internationals, and then players like us get stuck with little playing time or no offers or whatnot. But I mean, you can definitely get in there with local schools like Tusculum, Carson Newman, ETSU. So it's possible, but it is a little harder for sure.
So you said there's an international element right now that you all are having to compete with as high schoolers. I want to hear somebody else talk a little bit more about how that is impacting the game, right? Whenever you have other nations that influence our game or that are impacting our game, it changes how the game is played, but also what it means for you at the next level.
I feel like with the international players coming in, I mean, like D1, D2, and D3, you're never going to find a player that doesn't want to play. Like, every single person is going to put it all in practice. It's not like local soccer. It's not like high school soccer. Every single person you find is going to want to play and going to want to, like, make everybody else better and themselves better.
Nice. Now, when you all talk about making one another better, as you all approach the postseason from a team perspective, what do you all think is the one area that you can improve on the most as you go into the postseason? We talked a little bit about an area that you all are strong in. What do you all think you all can improve on the most?
I think definitely through this whole season, I think our whole team has like grown as a family so much, and I feel like as we're growing closer, it's just like, I don't know how to explain it. It's so much easier. It's so much easier to play. I don't know how to explain it, but
Playing with people that you like makes a big difference.
it does.
Yeah, and so you all, nobody said they were a senior, correct? Right. One senior.
Both.
Okay. Both of you are seniors, and then you are
I'm a junior.
Junior and a sophomore. What's the ratio like right now? The team with the makeup, juniors, sophomores, seniors. How are you all right now?
Dude, there is so many freshmen this year. It's actually crazy. It's like half of our team is freshmen this year. I love it though.
How has that impacted the season, having a younger team?
I think it's been good though. as I said, we've been like a family this year, so it's nothing like no one hates each other or anything, and I don't know, we've all played really well together.
It's also pretty promising for years to come, too. Like, if we get those young players introduced to the next level, it kind of helps out with them later.
Hey, I'm going to hop in here just for a second, just because, well, for one, we got to take a quick commercial break. But what's interesting to me is to hear that you guys are all interested and love the game, and it seemed like to be a great family. But we like to see, what's going on, what's going to happen next. Is there any one of you that is getting calls, letters, been to big camps for colleges or anything like that?
Yeah, so I've been talking to a few schools, D2 schools, and then I just got I got 2 offers from D1 schools, and I think I'm deciding to go play ETSU, Tennessee.
Nice.
So yeah.
Congratulations. Tell that coach to call me. I got a job for him here as well. All right. But, guys, I really appreciate you guys coming on. We do have to take a quick commercial break. Hey, but while you're here, go ahead and make someone aware, and please share. Have a commercial break. We'll be right back.
Commercial Metals Company is still a locally operated company that's serving the people of East Tennessee with convenient hours of operation. Commercial Metals buys all types of scrap metal. Nothing is too big or too small. Still have that old clunker sitting around? We've been buying them for years. Commercial Metals are specialists in commercial scrap. We have what it takes to get any size job done. Commercial Metals encourages you to recycle responsibly. Scrap with only licensed dealers. Member of the TSRA and the ISRI. Commercial Metals Company. Turn that scrap into cash.
At Ferris, we want you to get the most out of your time and end each day feeling good. That's why we pioneered exclusive lawnmower suspension technology, allowing for full-speed mowing, even over the roughest terrain. Grow your business by getting more done in less time with Ferris. Ferris. Work hard, feel good. Found exclusively at independent Ferris dealers.
Get ready for the 19th annual Clinch River Spring Antique Festival, presented by historic downtown Clinton. Join us on May 3rd from 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. and May 4th from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Market and Main Street in Clinton. Experience 2 days of fun with antiques, artisans, live music, delicious food, exciting demonstrations, and much more. Rain or shine, it's a can't-miss event for the whole family. Visit historicdowntownclinton.org. The 19th annual Clinch River Spring Antique Festival. See you there.
Dad always worked hard, and even though he could never tell me exactly what he did at the lab, I knew he was doing it for us. He was always there for me, for all of us. But now it's my turn to keep him safe. It's good to know there's help.
To find out how to get all the benefits you or your loved one has earned with their medical benefits card, call the home option and see how we can help.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. I'm trying to learn how to sing.
Keep learning.
Oh, man, I need Kyrie's back. Guys, welcome back to Exigent Sports. I'm your host, Coach DJ Pendergrass. Alongside of me right here, right now, we have Coach Scotty Dykes. How you doing, Coach?
Doing well, DJ. How you doing?
I'm blessed, man. Thank you for taking the trip to come down here and hang out with me. I got you on for a couple sets, it looks like.
It looks like,
You good for that, right?
I'm good for that. I got enough information.
Okay, good. So the next set, we'll talk about the Showcase Combine, right? Let's talk about Scotty Dykes as a high school player. And what sports did you play in high school?
Oh, in high school, I played football and basketball. I ran a little track one year. So was a pretty good baseball player coming into high school, and decided I was going to try it again my senior year and couldn't hit the ball for T. So I was like, you know what? Maybe I'm going to stick to basketball and football.
So I know that you played a little college ball as well. Yeah. What did you do to prepare yourself during your high school days to, get ready for the collegiate level?
Well, I mean, nowadays it's different. I mean, you've got all these facilities, D1s and all the places like that, Johnny Long's, and every workout facility, you got trainers everywhere. When we were coming through, it wasn't like that. I mean, it was just a situation where you played in your backyard. I mean, you went out and you played against guys that you knew. Thank goodness we, we had a tradition and things where guys were going on and play ball. We had a couple of guys who went to UT, ETSU, so I was fortunate to go to ETSU and play, and I mean, it worked out for me. So I mean, but again, it was different. You just learned to play through the guys that came before you. So,
and then what high school did you go to?
I went to Cott County High School.
Cott County, and that's where you're coaching right now.
Yes,
right,
sir.
right.
Yep.
So what inspiration, like what do you tell your guys? You know, like you said, it's totally different today. You got social media as well.
Yes.
Right. If you get a great highlight and you get on social media, you go viral, you might get 4 or 5 stars,
you
right?
might get a chance to play.
So
yeah.
what is your inspiration to your guys today in today's world to get ready for the collegiate level?
We tell our guys, you know, you got to put the work in that we ask of you, but at the same time, you got to do the extra work. Like a young man said before on the set, you got to do the work when nobody's not looking. I mean, there's opportunities out there. I mean, since I've been the coach, we haven't won a lot of games, but we've been fortunate enough to send 13, 14 guys to college.
Nice.
I mean, so we're pushing our athletes out. We're getting them noticed through social media, things like that, and the connections we've got. And there's opportunities out there if you want it. I mean, I know we're going to talk about the combine and stuff later. Things like that happen, and you've got chances to get yourself in position. If you want to play, there's a place for you.
Absolutely.
And if you got a little luck, a little talent, and it can happen for you.
Absolutely. Well, guys, we're going to catch back up, and we're going to talk more about the showcase. And if I get a little bit more time, I'm going to dig some more information out of Scotty here. But right now, right here on the bench, we have a guy from Clinton High School. His name is Damian Level, but I know him as Booby, all right? But we're going to take him to the bench with Coach Kenny and see what's going on with Booby.
You doing all right today?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Good,
sir.
good. Well, being from Oak Ridge, I typically don't like to speak to people from Clinton, but today I'm going to make an exception for you, okay?
Yes, sir.
Tell us who you are and tell us what you do.
My name is Damian Level, class of 26. I go to Clinton High School. I play football and I wrestle.
Not wrestle. Nice.
State championship.
Yes.
He won that.
Let's get to football second. Let's talk about wrestling first and when you got into wrestling and why.
So I've been wrestling since I was like 3, 4. I got into it real young because my dad, he wrestled in high school. He won state. So it was kind of in my blood, and it's like my family's like a tradition from wrestling because I come from Kentucky. So, yeah. So, and then came up here my sophomore year. Nobody really noticed me because they didn't really know who I was. So, like, everybody had, like, that, like, who is this guy? Like, just push him out the way. So I came in the season. I finished the season 34-4. And then state comes around. The number 1 kid in the state, I seen him in regions in semi-state, and he beat me 2 times. But then at state, made a run, got to the finals. He was on the other side. It was the 3rd time, and the 3rd time was a charm, and I beat him.
What do you think happened in that 3rd time? What do you think was the difference that allowed you to get over the hump in that 3rd match?
Honestly, my dad was just like, if you want it, you got to go get it. And he was just like, he didn't really talk too much. He was just like, you done been in this situation before. I mean, nobody else can take what God has planned for you, so you just got to go and just shoot for the stars.
Nice. And so Clinton has a wrestling team.
Yes, sir.
How many schools in the area have a wrestling team? So I don't know that we had one.
It's a couple. It's more down in Knoxville, like your Halls, Greenville, all them type schools. But it's a pretty decent amount of schools that got a wrestling team. Yes, sir.
So do you have any inspirations or anybody out there that wrestles that you look at and try to model your performances after?
Yeah, my big brother, he wrestled whenever he was in high school.
Nice.
He made it to the state finals, and he was like, he just always used to like be like, if you make it to the state finals, then you can talk. So I got the one up on him my sophomore year, and hopefully I can get 2 more so I can rub it in his face.
Nice. Moving on to football. Tell us about who you are on the football field. Describe your game and kind of how you approach that type of competition.
Well, really on the football field, all the coaches on the coaching staff, they just look at me as an athlete. So like, if you need me here, I'm gonna go play. This past season, I gained 5 offers from UT Martin, Memphis, Marshall, Austin P, ETSU. So, I mean, the film is there. So, I mean, I can play ball.
Yeah. What do you enjoy? What position do you enjoy the most, and why?
I play really receiver and DB because that's like whenever I'm at receiver and DB in the game, I can just lock in and just, it's on me. If I get the ball my way, I'm going to go up and get it.
You know what they call DBs, right?
Yeah.
Receivers who can't catch. But which
But,
one
I mean,
you,
I can,
you can
I,
catch?
Yeah, I can catch.
Okay. All right.
Yes, sir.
All right. Talk about the differences and/or the similarities in your mental and emotional approach to wrestling versus football.
Wrestling, you got to be if you wrestle, you one crazy person. I tell you that, because wrestling, it takes some guts to go out there and cut the amount of weight that you got to cut, sweat, beat up on your teammates in wrestling practice, because the only way that you will get to the next level in wrestling is if you got to put in extra work to be a wrestler, because it takes some deep guts to wrestle. I tell you that.
So you have an offer to play collegiate football at the school that you want to, and you've got an offer to wrestle collegiately at the school that you want to. Which offer do you take and why?
I'll definitely take the football one, just because wrestling. I've been talking to my dad about it. He asked me, like, whenever I was in 6th grade, he was like, "What do you really want to do?" And I was like, "I really want to go play in the NFL." So, because wrestling, I mean, it's always been there for me. I know whenever I get older and stuff, I'll come back and, like, roll around with the younger team and all that. But if I get the chance, I'll definitely take the football one.
Okay. And then as you look at your career at going to the next level, the 5 colleges that you talked about earlier that are looking at you right now, what positions are they inquiring about? Where do they want to see you on the field?
I got offers for different positions. Like, some schools offer me as an athlete, or the other ones offer me for receiver or DB. So whatever they like my talent as, that's what they offer me as.
And so when I was in high school, the phrase athlete was relatively new, but it was this person can return punts, they can return kicks, you can put them at H-back, you can put them at anywhere on the field at a skill position and get them the ball in space and let them do their thing. Is that still where we are right now?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
The kid can throw the ball too, Kenny.
Yes, sir. I can throw the ball too.
He's that part out.
Yes, sir.
He's definitely an athlete. And I'm going to hop on here. I just want to ask you one question before we take our next commercial break, Booby. And I'm sorry for mispronouncing your name at the beginning of this. Tell me how to pronounce that again. D'Amion, exactly the way it's on this paper here, D'Amion. I just made it up on myself to give you a name, son. I do that often, though. But all I want to know before we take commercial break is, how's it playing for Coach Keith?
I love it, man. It's an adventure, but I promise you I love it. I wouldn't want to play for nobody else. I've been knowing him since I was younger, and I love him to death.
He's definitely
I love
character.
playing for him.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, D'Amion, I appreciate you stepping on here and taking your time out to join us here on Exigent Sports. Obviously, I will be watching you and following you. What grade are you in?
I'm a sophomore.
Wow. Oh, man. He's special, Scotty.
Yeah.
He's really special. Well, son, I will be watching you. Congratulations on the offers that you have thus far.
Thank you.
Reach for the moon, because even if you fall short, you'll still be amongst the stars. And if you're still here watching, sharing is caring. Go ahead and let somebody know while we make this quick commercial break.
Commercial Metals Company is still a locally operated company that's serving the people of East Tennessee with convenient hours of operation. Commercial Metals buys all types of scrap metal. Nothing is too big or too small. Still have that old clunker sitting around? We've been buying them for years. Commercial Metals are specialists in commercial scrap. We have what it takes to get any size job done. Commercial Metals encourages you to recycle responsibly. Scrap with only licensed dealers. Member of the TSRA and the ISRI. Commercial Metals Company. Turn that scrap into cash.
If anyone knows the joy of rescuing animals, it's me. Just ask my rescues, who are all very important members of my family. Your life can also be forever changed by adopting a shelter pet. And it's not just about the happiness your pet gets from finding a loving home, but that which you'll get from bringing them into your life. The heroes at American Humane have been helping animals for more than 140 years. You can learn more at AmericanHumane.org.
Make this spring all about enjoying the experience. When you ride on your new Ferris commercial mower featuring patented suspension technology, you'll have more than freshly manicured grass. You'll experience productivity and comfort like never before. And because you won't be slowing down for those rough spots, you'll mow more lawn in less time. Ferris, experience suspension.
S.L. Bowman & Sons, 524 North Front Street in Rockwood.
Get ready for the 19th annual Clinch River Spring Antique Festival, presented by historic downtown Clinton. Join us on May 3rd from 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. and May 4th from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Market and Main Street in Clinton. Experience 2 days of fun with antiques, artisans, live music, delicious food, exciting demonstrations, and much more. Rain or shine, it's a can't-miss event for the whole family. Visit historicdowntownclinton.org. The 19th annual Clinch River Spring Antique Festival. See you there.
In life, there are things that suck, but we do them anyway. Family photo sessions with matching outfits suck, but we do it anyway. And you know what else really sucks? Getting screened for cancer. But you've got to do it anyway. Screening can save your life from cancer, or even help prevent certain types of cancer. For more information, visit getscreenedforcancer.org.
Dad always worked hard, and even though he could never tell me exactly what he did at the lab, I knew he was doing it for us. He was always there for me, for all of us. But now it's my turn to keep him safe. It's good to know there's help.
To find out how to get all the benefits you or your loved one has earned with their medical benefits card, call the home option and see how we can help.
Welcome back. As I promised, guys, star-studded. A lot of folks have seen online, Facebook, Showcase Combine. You know, what is it? I've seen Coach Graham share it. I've seen a lot of different people share it. I shared it. I have a little bit of information because I actually went to one of them, right? But Scotty Dykes, you helped Quayu with this, and you have a lot of information on the Showcase Combine. Let's get just a little bit of information on what it is and why it's important today.
Okay. Basically, what the Showcase Combine is an opportunity for the kids to come out and get verifiable results in their 40 time, their broad jump, their high jump, your L drills, your cone drills, things that scouts are going to be looking for. Basically, you get a chance to run these drills, and Mike Weinstein is the guy that comes out. He's actually worked the NFL Combine. He's responsible for the technology behind it, what he calls the SAT. And I'll let him get into that later. You can see it on the Combine deal. But it is something, again, that kids will need. When coaches start calling, you get a chance, they want to verify, hey, well, how fast is he? We've got his film, we like what we see, but is he really a 4.4? Right. And when you get a chance to have something like the Combine, which gives you a print based on your laser-based times, there's nothing that can, you can dispute that.
Tell us what this is on the screen here.
Basically, this is a report part of the report that you get from the SAT and from the Combine that shows you what your 40 times are, your height, weight, your broad jump, and some of the drills I said earlier, and it tells you how you rate on a national percentile level. So it shows you where you are. In the report, it tells you things that you may want to work on. So now you can take this report and kind of say, okay, I need to work on my start, or I need to work on my acceleration through my 40. So now you can get some more specialized training to help you get a chance to better those times when you go to a ETSU's camp or ET's camp.
And when you're filling out those questionnaires, like, that's already right there.
Yeah,
right?
you got the results right there.
Then I seen that had a picture on there. Is that something, will they take a picture at the Combine?
You get your picture taken. I mean, when you sign in, basically what happens is, obviously we have a pre-registration process to help cut down on the time for registration. The kids come in, they sign up, they get a electronic wristband. So everything you do is verified. So once you come up, you give your name, and it scans in, and it automatically locks you in. So once you run your drill, it goes back to the computer and put it in. Now, there's a few things we have to put in manually, like your weight and your height, and your I think your broad jump and high jump. We have to put those in manually. Right. But everything else is electronic. Your L drill time, your 40 time, your 3-cone drill. It's right there. And again, those are the same things you do when you go to a lot of camps. And the reason why it's important, and I'll share this story with you from my own personal perspective. My son, when he was playing, had 3 good running backs his sophomore year, so had a little film. Comes out his junior, has a big year, gets a couple offers, but people were still questioning, well, how fast is he really? So what does he run? We want him to come to camp. So he had the opportunity to go to the Rivals camp, and he runs a 4.4. And at that point, we had something verifiable, and he went from having 2 or 3 offers to like 26 offers. Wow. So, I mean, stuff like that's important. And your high school coach, or, your trainers, whatever they need that information, know what you need to work on to get better, to put those kind of stats up to where you got something you can hand to a coach, or at least show them, say, hey, what you see on film matches up with what we got on paper now.
Got you. So I think we have another. Do we have another? So what is this?
Again, that's kind of just the results of your measurables. I kind of can't hardly see, but I want to say that's how you rank across the country in your percentile there. I think it gives you what percentile you're in. Kind of at the bottom, at the very bottom, you can kind of see, as I said, I think it says the athlete was measured on something that tells you what you need to work on and what could help you better that particular stat.
Wow. So not only it tells you, it tell you how, wow. So we have one more. What is this?
And that one I can't.
That's the SAT score.
Yeah,
right there.
I think that just again shows how you leveled out there on there. I can't tell. I got to see it on paper. My eyes. I'm too old. I'm 52 years old. I can't see, DJ. So
if I'm not mistaken, it looks like your grade for your age. And where you are ranked across the nations. I think that's what that's about. So you literally can see exactly where you are as a player with those, not just your community, not just your state,
but nationally.
Nationally. And the people who come out to do this actually are the ones who do the NFL Combine.
Yes, Mike is responsible for, again, the technology that we're using there, and he's been at the NFL Combine, so he knows, he's been around, at the highest level, the elite of the elite.
Right.
So, so basically it gives you back really good stuff. The times we've done this has been really good. I mean, we've done it through our All-Star game with the Rivalry Showcase. We've done it for those athletes from there, and there's been college coaches there, and how the combine has been ran and done, we've had nothing but positive results from the coaches appreciating. Kids have actually helped get a chance to get a scholarship from that. So,
absolutely. Your son being one of them.
Oh, yes, definitely.
Absolutely. That's pretty cool. So where's this going to be, and do we have that? Where's this going to be at?
It's going to be held May 11th at Grace Christian off in Knoxville, right off Western Avenue, Oak Ridge Highway. I think the elementary school, middle school age group's going to start registration at 1. We're going to get kicked off at 1:30, and then the high school division will start registration at 4, and at 4:30 we'll get started with those guys. So again, you can pre-register. I think there's a QR code there to pre-register yourself, or you can also register the day of and come out and get signed up.
Guys, make sure you get there. You know, there's a lot of parents out there that say, hey, my kid is this and my kid is that. Well, it really don't matter how good you are right here, but you can see where you rank nationally. And it's not just to compare you with the guys nationally. It's going to give you insight on what you need to do to prepare yourself to be better the next year the combine comes up. So when it's actually your turn, you're completely ready. These are the actual drills that you're going to do at these college camps.
Yes, exactly.
This is what they're looking for.
Exactly. And to that point, we do those drills, but we also do position drills after that's done. So it's actually like a college camp would be run. If you go to a Tennessee Tech or MTSU, it'll be the same things you probably want to see when you go. So it gives you that insight of what to prepare for.
Right. So in the second grade through
8th grade would be we register at 1. High school registration would be at 4.
So, guys, this is not a honcho battle. This is not a honcho battle. This is to prepare you, right? Yes, it will show you where you are nationally, but it's going to help you get you where you need to go. So don't look at it like, I don't know if I want to go. Go. Make sure you get there because it's important, because this is going to prepare you for the collegiate level, because that is your ambitions. That is your dreams. Go to this showcase combine. I've been there. I've seen how it works. My kids was a part of it. I was a coach at one of them, or I wouldn't say coach. I was, one of the guys that's kind of helping out. And it's on you. They have a saying, it's on you. You get down, you get ready for your 40 time. Nobody says on your mark, get set, go. There's laser beams. As soon as you take off, that clock will start to ticking, right? And as soon as you pass the finish line at the 40, that clock is going to cut off. So it is precise time, and it's the most precise time that you're going to get, and it's going to help you prep yourself to make it to the collegiate level. Man, Scotty, thank you so much for that. Thank you so much. Guys, we have a superstar in the building. He just walked in the building. Superstars always come late, don't they?
And then the time's on there.
I never make it to my own show on time. I guess I'm one of them.
I guess so.
I walk in, it's time to. That's right. I walk in, it's time to go to work.
On the field like Brandon does, just come with it.
Hey, Oak Ridge High School leading receiver, all-time committed player of the week. B. Hay is right here on the bench.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
So this is a special one for me right here. So your mother and I went to junior high together, went to high school together, we went to church together. I grew up around your grandparents, and then when you were a little boy, 3 or 4 years old, we were over at Scarborough Daycare Center, you and your brother there. So I've known you for a long time, so it's been a lot of fun to watch your progression and your growth as an athlete and as a young man. So talk to us about where you are right now and the process of your decision and how you got and landed at Coffeyville.
So, I mean, as everybody know, I've been explaining it multiple times. Throughout the football season, I waited too long to commit, so I was losing offers slowly losing offers. It was rumors about it was my grades, but I just got my GPA today. I got a 3.7, so it's never been a grade issue. It's just me personally just waiting too long to commit. So, I mean, I had a lot of mentors, Kwayu Graham, Gary Johnson, a lot of people helping me out, trying to reach the colleges and get me to land somewhere. I mean, it was just spots that it was filled up. Colleges was filled up. They couldn't get me in, so, I mean, people was trying to get me at safety, DB, just to get me somewhere on the team. They know I could provide for the team. So, I mean, it was colleges like Tulane, ETSU. I mean, ETSU was going to be like a milestone, how it is right now. It was just go in for my first term, get used to the program and stuff like that. I'm sorry, I'm sweating. I just came from workouts.
Working hard, that's all right.
I mean, yeah. Just like it was colleges telling me to go this route, do this route, so I can get that first year of workouts, conditioning, training, first film, and all that, and then they're gonna put me back on the map on the SEC bound. So hopefully that's how the journey go.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people, the transfer portal has really changed the recruiting process and kind of how players, give them a towel. How it's changed the recruiting process. Can you talk about how you plan to utilize a transfer portal to your advantage?
I mean, like I said, really just get my first year out the way. Really, I'm gonna go where I'm most loved at, the people that's been wanting me to get there. So like when them colleges come back, the ones that was just filled up, and when they come back after my first year, that's the ones I'm gonna go to. The one that's really had that true love, the one that was still looking out for me, even though they knew they couldn't get me in their colleges. But that's the college I'm really hoping that get me when I enter the transfer portal.
Now your title of being an all-time leading receiver in the history of Oak Ridge football is one of the most impressive stats at the school. And I came up in the 90s where I remember watching Antoine Thrift play, and I remember watching Mike Gibson play receiver, and Jason McCadley play receiver, and there were a lot of guys out there that were really good. DeAndre Johnson. Talk about the level of pride that you have in being not only in that group, but the top of the board.
I mean, I'm really just thankful for God to give me the abilities, because coming out of COVID, my main priority was to come in. I already said I was going to come in and start. You can ask my boy Jonathan Stewart, Isaiah Johnson, all of them. I used to come to the field. I used to actually tell them to come to the field. Come pull up, come get this work, because I wanted to get better. Nobody knew the grind that I had. It was a lot of kids. I'm not a gamer. I don't be on the game, so everybody, when they was on the game, I was hitting the heels, getting better, getting my stamina up and stuff like that. So, I mean, when I broke the record, the night I broke it, I felt it, but it was something I was already destined to do. I didn't really already have that, that big excitement to take my mind off the game. I was still playing the game. I was still, every rep, I'm still going 100% because I knew I want to set the highest standard. I want to set the biggest goal. You got to go after my standards, and you got to beat me. You're going to have to beat that record. So I'm excited about it and all. I left a good legacy, but I'm still normal with me. I ain't did nothing yet.
I think that grind to keep going and to continue, that's what makes players special. That's what makes players special. DJ, do you have anything you wanted to add?
Behave. Have you watched the movie, daggone, man, I done forgot. What was the daggone movie, man? He was like, "Oh, behave." What's the movie?
Austin Powers.
There it is. Say it again.
Austin Powers.
Have you seen Austin Powers?
No, I haven't.
Well, anyway, I made you a hashtag, and I say you see it all the time. I say, "Oh, behave."
Yeah.
That's where that came from, man. And you do not behave when you're out there performing, man. You perform at one of the highest levels that I've ever seen, and I'm super excited for you. Congratulations on your commitment. You are committed player of the week, and I'm very familiar with all the people that I told your mama, like, I think this is a good fit, or I really think this is a good fit. You know, I've been back and forth with your mom about that, but to know that you didn't deter from your goal because things got kind of, taken away because you took, and I tell people all the time, if you have an opportunity to commit, make sure you make a commitment, because if anything falls, right, you're committed right there, but still, you still took the step. You're on your way to Coffeyville, and I know the work ethic that you have, the athlete that you are, the leadership that you have, the God-fearing man that you are is going to lead you to where you need to go, and everybody's story is going to be different, right? So behave. Reach for the moon, because even if you fall short, you'll still be amongst the stars, all right?
Sure, man. Thank you.
All right, and I appreciate you taking the time for coming on, guys. We got to take a quick commercial break. I got to get my man some water. It's hot in here. We'll be right back.
Commercial Metals Company is still a locally operated company that's serving the people of East Tennessee with convenient hours of operation. Commercial Metals buys all types of scrap metal. Nothing is too big or too small. Still have that old clunker sitting around? We've been buying them for years. Commercial Metals are specialists in commercial scrap. We have what it takes to get any size job done. Commercial Metals encourages you to recycle responsibly. Scrap with only licensed dealers. Member of the TSRA and the ISRI. Commercial Metals Company. Turn that scrap into cash.
At Ferris, we want you to get the most out of your time and end each day feeling good. That's why we pioneered exclusive lawnmower suspension technology, allowing for full-speed mowing, even over the roughest terrain. Grow your business by getting more done in less time with Ferris. Ferris. Work hard, feel good. Found exclusively at independent Ferris dealers.
If anyone knows the joy of rescuing animals, it's me. Just ask my rescues, who are all very important members of my family. Your life can also be forever changed by adopting a shelter pet. And it's not just about the happiness your pet gets from finding a loving home, but that which you'll get from bringing them into your life. The heroes at American Humane have been helping animals for more than 140 years. You can learn more at AmericanHumane.org.
Get ready for the 19th annual Clinch River Spring Antique Festival, presented by historic downtown Clinton. Join us on May 3rd from 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. and May 4th from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Market and Main Street in Clinton. Experience 2 days of fun with antiques, artisans, live music, delicious food, exciting demonstrations, and much more. Rain or shine, it's a can't-miss event for the whole family. Visit historicdowntownclinton.org. The 19th annual Clinch River Spring Antique Festival. See you there.
We should never lose sight of our health. To keep moving forward, let's not forget everything we've learned. Limit the salty food options. Make your own daily exercise routine. And always receive regular checkups. More than anything, we have learned how important these small steps can make a big difference, so we can all continue to move forward together.
Dad always worked hard, and even though he could never tell me exactly what he did at the lab, I knew he was doing it for us. He was always there for me, for all of us. But now it's my turn to keep him safe. It's good to know there's help.
To find out how to get all the benefits you or your loved one has earned with their medical benefits card, call the home option and see how we can help.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Yeah, I think we got to just keep doing what we normally do, man.
I can sing.
Man, you got a voice, man. You got a.
He can't. You can't.
I can't. It sounds like I just got a stuffy nose. Kenny, thank you so much for joining the show, man.
Thanks for having me, man.
Killed it over there, dude.
I appreciate that. Was a lot of fun, man.
Yeah.
Outstanding young man.
Yeah, absolutely,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah.
And my cousin Marcus Pendergrass told me to tell he told me to tell you hello.
You know, I didn't know you all related until Facebook told me.
Oh, really?
Until that post, I didn't know that was your cousin.
Wow, yeah.
great
Every
dude.
summer I used to go to Spring City, and we used to spend a night of maybe a week or two there, during the summer. So we actually grew up together, and every time it was Christmas or Thanksgiving, we always get together. So we played ball together and stuff like that growing up. And he was a hell of an athlete.
Yeah, he was. Good dude. Good dude too.
Absolutely,
Yep.
absolutely. Well, from Cock County, we have another committed player. I think he's committed to go to Maryville. We have Carson DeVoti, and he's on the cell phone. He's on the phone here. We're gonna get him on here. Hey, Carson, how's it going?
I'm good, sir. How are you?
I'm blessed, man. Yeah, this is Coach DJ. Alongside of me is Coach Kenneth Herron, and maybe a coach that you know, Scotty Dykes.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of him a little bit.
Man, congratulations on your commitment. Tell us where you're going.
I appreciate it, man. I'm going to Carson Newman.
Carson Newman. I said Maryville.
It's okay.
Yeah, Carson Newman. I like
If
that.
you hadn't said anything, they never would have known.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, congratulations, man. How did you thumb through it, and what made you decide to go to Carson Newman?
Well, it was a really long process, man. Me and Coach Dykes, we've been going at it for a while. I thought I found my home up in Ohio, but I just didn't feel 100% satisfied with it whenever I committed there. So I decommitted, and I went up on I told Coach Dykes I kind of wanted to stay more local because the whole time I've been wanting to go somewhere like far and just get away. But when it came down to it, I didn't think I was really ready for it. So we were pretty late in the game with a lot of these schools. They'd already done a lot of their recruiting and stuff, but he sent my film out to a bunch of local colleges, a bunch of local schools, and Carson Newman takes them back pretty quick. And so I scheduled a visit up there. They told me to come up on campus, and when I did, man, I loved it. I loved the coaches, the atmosphere. It really just felt like home the second I stepped up on campus. And I know that's pretty cliche. Everybody says it, but when you really find the one, that you just know.
Yeah. No, Kenneth Herron here. And another quick question for you. How do you fit into Carson Newman's plans moving forward? What makes you excited about being a part of that ball club, and how do you see yourself fitting into the team?
They're historically a good football program, and I like their plans with me. They want to put on about 40 pounds on me. They want me at about 240 playing middle linebacker. And I haven't played middle linebacker since my freshman year, so it'll be a learning process again, but I think I'm ready for it. I'm ready to bring that old school mentality and just ready to hit.
Got you. Outside of the weight gain, what do you think is the one other thing that you need to do in order to be ready to make the transition back to middle linebacker?
I think physically just getting stronger and outside of weight, I would say learning the playbook and learning how to learning the pace of the game at the college level because it's a whole different ball game than high school football for sure.
And so Carson, Coach DJ here, man. Tell me, do you play any other sport besides football?
Oh yes, sir. I run track.
Wow. Okay. So I know track. They have a bunch of different sets. Which do you do?
I do the 100 and 200. The 200's my main event. My coach will throw me in the 400 a few times to get a good laugh out of it. So.
That's pretty nice. So in your career playing sports and mostly football, tell me, who's your all-time favorite coach?
Well, Coach Dykes is sitting right there, so I got to go with him.
Good answer.
Coach Scotty, tell us a little bit about Carson, man, and his progression to where he is now.
I mean, Carson's the guy, if you had to draw up a student athlete, he's who you're going to come up with. I mean, the guy's got a 4.3 GPA,
wow,
super high ACT score, had some opportunities. Had he not torn his hamstring going into his summer before his senior year and gone to some camps, he'd probably be signing with an Ivy League school or an MTSU or ETSU or somebody. A lot of interest through his recruiting process. I mean, super fast, great athlete. I mean, just a guy that does what he's supposed to do.
Right.
I mean, so super happy for him and his family through the process because, again, he had a tough time there. He found a home with a school, like I said, in Ohio that was one of the highest academic schools in the country. And he decided that wasn't the right fit. And he had a conversation with their coach and manned up and said, Coach, I'm decommitting and I'm opening up the process up. And that's tough for young men at that age. I mean, you make a commitment, they don't want to feel like they're hurting somebody's feelings or something.
Right.
But it's a business, and I told him, I said, you know, you got to do what's right for you, and he did. He found a home at Carson Newman, and they've got a steal. I mean, he's going to be. You're going to look up a couple years from now, and that name's going to be all over East Tennessee because he's that kind of player.
Absolutely. Well, let me ask you one more thing about him before we get Carson off here. And Carson, I appreciate you taking the time to join us here on Exigent Sports.
Of course, thanks for having me.
Scotty, I know you've had a lot of conversation with him, right? And you said he's the mold of the perfect athlete. And I know you've told him a lot of things, but today, if there was anything you can tell him today on his way off, what would it be?
I mean, I've told him this is the same thing. I mean, that next level is a job, and you have to treat it like that. I mean, I told him when you pick a school that you want to go to school with. So if you decide not to play football tomorrow, that's where you want to be. And I think it's what he's done. And I think he's got the right mentality, and he'll benefit from that.
What is something that we don't know about Carson?
Carson, what you don't know about Carson? I mean, he's just a
Don't say
player.
nothing crazy.
He's just a player. That's all I want to say.
So, Carson, since I can't get it out of Coach Scotty, tell us something that your average, fan may not know about you. I had a guy on earlier said he likes to cook. What is it something that someone may not know about you?
I'm really good at ping pong.
Ping pong.
Yeah, that's like if we had a ping pong team at the school, I'd definitely be on it.
Okay, that's nice. Carson, man, congratulations on your commitment over there to Carson Newman. I've been to that facility. It's super nice. Great coaches. They have I want to say 9 or 10 coaches. They have their own office over there. Great workout facility, great field, great people. So, congratulations to you. Prayers for you and your career, man. Like I tell everybody on the show, reach for the moon. Because even if you fall short, you'll still be amongst the stars, all right?
That's it.
All right. Thank you so much, Carson.
Appreciate it, Carson.
Sure, y'all have a good night.
All right, you do as well. All right, guys. You heard it. Carson, he's on his way to Carson Newman. And it seems like he's the athlete.
Oh, he's a super athlete.
Super athlete.
He had an opportunity to play with Brandon in the All-Star game in December. And, and they put a whooping on the Knoxville team, which, I'm a part of that.
Yeah, that's
program.
right.
But,
That's right.
but it was good to see him out there playing with those guys because sometimes I think confidence boosts him to another level.
Right.
I think that just solidified his confidence that, okay, yeah, I'm as good as these guys. These are All-Stars.
Right.
So.
Nice. Well, guys, I'm going to get into my favorite part of the show. Time goes by so fast. I have about a minute and a half left on set. So without further ado, my favorite part of the show is the word of the day. The word of the day is dragoon. Dragoon is a verb. When used with into, dragoon means to force or to convince someone to do something. When used without into, dragoon means to subjugate or persecute by harsh use of troops. The word of the day is dragoon, and I will use that in the sentence. Employees complained that they had been dragooned into working overtime without adequate compensation. So the word of the day is dragoon. Now, Kenny, I know you're going to use that.
I am. Tomorrow.
Dragoon. And the inspiration for Dragoon was we had a couple dragons on. I actually had Rob Stacy that was supposed to show up today. We'll figure out what happened. He's the head baseball coach at Clinton High School. They have a young team, and they're doing a lot of great things over there. The whole culture in Clinton is changing. It's definitely different than when you and I was playing and there. But I want to take it back. Let's go down memory lane. 1999. Kenny, regional championship in Halls, Oak Ridge versus Clinton. You guys were losing that game the whole time, it seemed like, and you guys stuck with the plan and came out on top. Do you remember that game?
Yeah.
Give me a little bit of insight on that game.
Very well.
You got about 30 seconds.
I know that the year before that they had beaten us 5 times in one season. We were really tired of losing to them.
Yeah.
I remember the biggest change was just we decided actually just to play man defense. That was the biggest change we made. We left the triangle and 2 in the box and 1 in the locker room, and we came out and we guarded a man up, and that level of toughness is what allowed us to be victorious.
Yes, and I watched that whole game. just the other day.
Mhm.
I watched from beginning to the end. I watched the entire game. Tree got in some foul trouble.
Yeah, he did.
Buck Shepard, Jermaine Shepard got into some foul trouble. But the rotation that Coach Carringer put in there, I mean, he was shifting guys in and out, and you guys just steadfast, and it absolutely worked. So shout out to you guys. Guys, thank you for joining Exigent Sports. It's been another great show. Kenny, Scotty, Coach DJ, see you next week.